around, they won't see you off your feet. My mama been doing bad, but I ain't going into that. I done picked that girl up when I caught my first package. I be damn, me and my people hurting for something for a day. That shit happened, the next man ain't getting nothing. Faded the root of evil, and that's my damn best friend. I put that on my life, ain't nobody gon' fuck with him. You try to jam it, yeah, that ass getting chopped. Trying to serve, ain't got no business on my block, I bet you getting chopped. Now either way you try to fuck with my partner, don't believe that ass getting chopped.
Welcome back to your favorite channel. It's your boy PBK9s giving it to you live on the PBC. Good old Saturday Night Live. It's been a couple Saturdays I want to say, but I'm back, you know, to give you that dog talk for the day. And I'm still on them black dogs' ass. I'm on them black dogs' ass. I'm on their ass. Hey, and I'm going to say it like this. Not all the black dogs, because every black dog is not Eli. You know, every black dog ain't Eli. I got to have to correct that. You know, you got some red boy black dogs. You got Jeep black dogs, you got Bolio black dogs, and you got Rascal black dogs, and you got Eli black dogs. You know, I'm just on them 45 to 45-minute dogs ass for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? St. Honey Badger in the building. Yes, sir, man. Paul Johnson, what it do, big dog? Sage for life, man. Sag for life, sage for life. I ain't sure how you pronounce it, fam. James Nelson. Appreciate you dropping in tonight, my brother. Appreciate you dropping in tonight. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to start this thing off right here, you know, because something I've been noticing, man. Something I've been noticing, and I want to clear the way or clear the airs on my end, you know, because a lot of different posts that I make, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, you know, some brothers, you know, we want to make this thing a race thing, you know, and I'm gonna say it like this, man. We know how race was involved with the dog game throughout the years, whether it was the 50s, the 40s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. We know what race played part in the dog game, you know, but what we can't do, we can't put everything on race, you know, because at the end of the day, we all in this shit together, man. You know, the white brothers and the black brothers get treated the same way when it comes to these pit bulls, you know. I'm gonna be real with you now. I'm gonna be real with you. You know, the reason why a brother may feel like black brothers get treated a certain kind of way is because you involved in the drugs with the dogs. You know, a lot of my black brothers, you know, doing their thing with, you know, in that game, and you got dogs with it. You know, so and then you may see police doing this or police doing that, but they do the same thing with all the brothers, man. Don't make no difference if you Spanish, you black, you white, we all in this boat together, man. You know, They treat us all the same when it comes to these dogs. When it comes to these pit bulls, them tree huggers don't give a fuck about no color. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's just what I see, you know, and I do the news, and I pretty much see all the little news articles that been going down for the past couple years. You know, Brother Randall Thaxton, a white man, they gave him 20 years, and he didn't even have no scratched up dogs. You know, far as we know of, you know. And like I say, that brother home now, but they gave him 20 years. So, I mean, a lot of stuff, man, I see when I make these posts, or brothers might say, a white this, or black this, or white this. Man, we all in the same boat, man. We all in the same boat, and we got to look at it that way. Look at it for what it is. Certain people doing things other people ain't doing, you know, when it comes to these dogs. And that's some of the conversations that we talked about in the past. You know, drugs always been in the dog game as far as people selling this and selling that. But it wasn't the way it is right now. It wasn't like that in the 90s as far as people getting jammed up. People always got jammed up, don't get it wrong. But the buzz with the dogs and the drugs wasn't the way it is right now back in the 90s. So if it went like that in the 90s, you know it went like that in the 80s and the 70s. You know, right now, they totally putting dogs and drugs together. You know, can't make brothers stop trying to make money. You know, brothers gonna try to make money to make money. Can't stop that. So when you involve in that type of lifestyle with the dogs, and then you get jammed up, and now you're a dog fighter, so-called dog fighter. You know how they do it, so-called dog fighter. You know, it can't be a race thing. You can't try to throw the race in the thing. You know, it just is what it is, man. So let's just try to do better, man. Understand we all in this shit together. At the end of the day, Six Dog, what's going on, my brother? You know, I'm just here to talk a little bit about these Eli dogs some more. We're going to talk about the Bolio, Eli dogs. Which ones would you rather have? Which ones do you feel like producing better? You know what I'm saying? Showtime Killers, what's going on? Yeah, which one you feel like producing better between the Eli and the Bolio? Now, I do want to touch up on the topic real quick before I even get into that. Brother said, which one would you rather have, the Red Boy or the Jocko? And I've been reading a lot of y'all posts on Facebook, you know, and sometimes I get talking topics off some of the posts that y'all brothers make, because sometimes I get down in the comments and I look at the different comments that brothers make, which they're entitled to, you know. But for the most part, brother said, what would you rather have, the Red Boy or the Jocko? You know, and I read some comments where brothers acting like Red Boy or Jocko needed Red Boy for the gameness. My question is to any of y'all brothers and all y'all brothers, who told y'all Jocko wasn't game? Which one of y'all ever seen a Jocko dog that quit in 5 minutes? All lines of dogs quit in 5 minutes before. Every single line it is done quit in 5 minutes, 2 minutes, curved out, jumped the box. But for the most part, which one of y'all brothers that got up here talking dogs, I don't care what platform you got on, who channel you got on, which one of y'all seen pure Jocko dogs that felt like they needed some gameness to the dogs? I never even heard nobody give any stories, period, about no pure Jocko dogs. You know what I'm saying? How do you know the Jocko dogs weren't game themselves? Because we go off of he say, she say, a majority of the times. What he said about this or what she said about that, right? You know, it's just the fact, I think, when it's like peanut butter and jelly. Who knew that peanut butter and jelly go together? They didn't know that when they first made them. You know, which one was made first, the peanut butter or the jelly? You know, so when they put them together, oh man, you taste this, that's the shit. You know, you can eat it all kind of ways. You can dip crackers with it. You can make a sandwich with it. You can do all kind of stuff with peanut butter and jelly. You know, was peanut butter, lacking something? Was jelly lacking something? Some people may say peanut butter lacking. Some people may say jelly lacking something. But when you put them together, it made both of them better. You know, like what Brother R.A. was talking about the other night, right? He said the wet paper bag, you can't bust through the wet paper bag. You know how people used to say it, These dogs can't bust through a wet paper bag. So now your Jocko come in there. You talking to pure red boy in that conversation there. But now you got your Jocko, which bring your mouth. You know, Jocko was a hellified back end dog, a back end assassin. So that's why I brag about traits being captured in certain lines of dogs that's coming down off Jocko, traits being captured in these particular lines because they're doing what the creator did, what Jocko did. Jocko shooting the rear, they shooting the rear. You know, and saying Honey Badger, you saying the same thing I'm saying. How would they know? You know, how would they know, man? Showtime said he always felt like the red boy Jocko didn't need the Bolio tombstone. It don't, in my opinion, Showtime, it don't need the Bolio tombstone, you know. And this is just my opinion, just like anything we all say, it's all our opinions. I feel like the red boy Jocko, if you want to put anything in it, the Jeep back in the days, I don't know about the Jeep now. The Jeep back in the days would have been that's most you want to put in it. You know, you ain't had to go nowhere else. Red boy Jocko Jeep. Red boy Jeep Jocko, however you want to call it. Jeep Red boy Jocko. You know, so when the brother said which one would you rather have, it's kind of a biased question because nobody, because I want to interview him. Nobody outside of Mr. Chavis can even tell us about what kind of pure Jocko dogs they had. I don't know nobody who got on anybody dog show so far today, in today's time. I don't know nobody who got on nobody dog show that could tell us about a pure Jocko dog they had. Now, even with the Ace dog that Little John's coming off of with the Welcome Home stuff, the Ace dog, he was red boy Jocko. You know, he came from Mr. Chavis them crosses with the red boy Jocko stuff, but he still had it in him. You know, so I don't see where nobody can really, when it comes to Jocko, if anybody want to ever come on my channel and talk about whatever they had that was pure Jocko, 75% Jocko, maybe something else in it, and I always say I want to hear the story from the pure Jocko brothers, because there's some brothers out there that had it. They just ain't came up on these shows yet because I ain't heard them say anything about it on nobody's show, no matter whose show you listen to. Pure Jocko, not Jocko with a quarter of red boy in it, pure Jocko. And Mr. Chavis sold some of them type of dogs before, you know? And that's why I always say as well, I want to get some interviews with somebody, maybe Mr. Chavis' yard man, you know, or Mr. Chavis' family members who was into the dogs, you know, and still willing to talk about some of his old stuff. To hear them stories about Jocko. As far as, okay, you want dogs that's producing and dogs that's off of a hellified dog. Jocko himself, in my opinion, and from what I heard, Jocko himself made a bigger name in the square himself than Red Boy did. Jocko himself, he did. Now, if you take Jocko and you breed him to the Bolio dogs, you take Jocko and you breed him to the Eli dogs, you take Jocko and breed him to the Jeep dogs. I talked about this on one of my shows before. What would these dogs have turned out to be? We gassed up off the Red Boy shit, but that's the only cross that we seen with Jocko. You know, we haven't seen no other crosses with Jocko that we can talk about. And when I say we could talk about the brothers that came up on the show before, or the brothers that's on other shows with other brothers. We haven't seen or heard nobody speak about no Jocko Bolio tombstone crosses without no Red Boy in it. None of that. Jocko Eli crosses without the Red Boy in it. We got every other cross. We got Bolio, Eli, Red Boy this and Jeep that. We don't got the Jocko. And I've told you before, this problem comes from in-house breeding. When you're breeding on your yard, when you're not really taking your stud out to other studs, you know, and at that particular time, just looking at the way these pedigrees are set up and different things, it seems that maybe people's, were saying Red Boy had to go, Red Boy dogs had to go in them, but I just don't see why no Jocko crosses weren't made with other dogs without having the Red Boy in it. Jocko was a hellified dog. Now let me go to Jocko pedigree real quick before I get back to the Bolio. Let me go to Jocko pedigree before I get into that Bolio stuff. All right, when you go to Jocko and you look at his offspring, we're just gonna see if we can find another dog that he was bred to that didn't have no Red Boy in it at all. That's what we're gonna try to find real quick. If it don't take us that long, I'm not gonna stay on this too long, but I'm gonna try to find some without any Red Boy in it, and it's got maybe Eli in it or something else. Jocko Buster. All right. Here go one right here. Hey, salute to my brother Mad Doctor out there. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother Mad Doctor. There could go some of that kingfish stuff in it. Me and my brother was talking about and speaking on the kingfish. And thankfully I pull up a dog right here off top. Straight up off top. Kingfish 2 times in the 4th generation. Maximilian on the bottom of the 4th. And Sam's Biggin. Oh, Sam's Biggin. That's a big one. He was a big one. They named him Biggin. Oh, that's his last name, Sam Biggin. And that's coming down off of Grand Champion Williams, Sandy Andy. All right, but this is no Red Boy in it at all. Jocko. They don't got no offspring down there for him. So this can't, how are they going to have Turtle Buster? Is it Turtle Buster a male dog? I'm asking brothers in the chat, isn't Turtle Buster a male dog? How are you going to have Turtle Buster down as a female if it's a male dog? Turtle Buster is a male dog, right? Somebody let me know if I'm right or wrong. Is Turtle Buster a male dog? I told y'all, you got to be careful with these pedigrees, man. Some of these pedigrees ain't put together right. Let me get up out of that one. I'm going to check some of these names that ain't connected with Chavis. That's all unknowns. You don't know who that bred to. Buster, Gangbusters Amp. That was bred. That's a Red Boy Jocko. Let's check out King Cack Sandy, Kakak Sandy. That's Jocko to the Medlands. Medlands saw something. Medlands outlaw. So they was looking to go straight. They was thinking, because they always say Medlands outlaw is Red Boy brother. So they were still thinking that Red Boy Jocko cross when they did this with the Medlands outlaw in the background. Argo, daughter of Jocko's niece, bred back to this dog right here is in the Welcome Home stuff. The Brandywine dog. That's how we get the Argo in our dogs. All right. Connor Sheena. That's Jocko. 75% Jocko. See what this dog here coming down off of. Unknown, a bunch of unknowns. Jackson's hubcap. Jackson's hubcap is Jocko bred back to his half brother, half sister, I meant to say. See what Young's Tina coming down off of. No red boy. See, these are dogs I'm talking about that we don't got no stories about, you know. Breedings from this dogs from this breeding. No offspring up here on the offspring list. Check out Champion Kirby's. Most likely that's got some red boy in it. Red boy Jocko. And these red boy Jocko dogs before Grand Champion Yellow. Chris Grancho. I'm checking out Chris's Grancho. More Jocko on top, Jocko on the bottom. Claus on the very bottom. Claus Zeke. That's Bolio's sire, right? That Claus Zeke in the fourth generation. That's Bolio's sire. So that'll be. We can't say that this dog Worthman's Jim Dandy is like Bolio. We can just say they have the same sire. He's not Bolio though. All these tent dogs, we know them gonna be Red Boy Jocko, Greens, Tony 2. I'm quite sure that's gonna be Red Boy Jocko. Oh, that's Jocko. That's Green Sandy little mate, or either whole brothers, whole what's that, a male? They don't even say whether it's a male or not. Whole little mate. Tance, Miss Jocko, Chavis Gypsy, Greens Coffee, all them like Green Sandy, Little Apples. What I'm trying to find is Jocko dogs that's bred of Bolio, Eli, or something like that. Maximilia stuff. Carol's Pepsi Cola bred to Jocko. Chris is Blondie. Same thing as going back to that Claus Zeke dog on the bottom side. So we don't really got no stories about saying Jocko wasn't game or we needed to add some gameness in the Jocko. Maybe the cross with Red Boy was the try to beef up his stuff. You know, because I've heard, like I said, I've heard Red Boy dogs didn't have no mouth from certain people. But then when you get the story from other Red Boy people who had Red Boy dogs, they say their dogs could bite. You know, Carolina Kennels Golden Girl. That's with the Heinzel stuff in the bottom. Young's Tina, Cold Cat Dog. Red Boy Jocko. And this another thing. This another thing. How many Red Boy dogs actually bred with Jocko himself? Red Boy dogs that weren't coming off Yellow John. Hattie B, unknown. Red Boy Jocko. Street Rossi say he's surprised none of them old schoolers got any VHSs that we be talking about. The dogs we talk about today, they don't have no VHSs on them. Hey, some of them brothers may have the VHSs, Rossi. We just got to speak to them. We maybe not have had them up on our shows yet. You know, um, some of them, probably do got VHSs on them. You got a many old schoolers, man, that's not involved with the social media network. No, they don't want no parts of the social media network. They're not even in the dogs no more. But still, they just not into the social media stuff when it comes to the dogs. Sometimes with them dogs, man, when you lose interest in them, you don't even want to talk about it no more. And that's how some brothers be, man. Chavis Wicked Wanda, Red Boy Jocko, and they go Mr. Kirby. Mr. Kirby, another name I said before that we used to always see in the dogs back in the days, but we don't hear nobody talking about them. Red Boy Jocko cross with no yellow. But yeah, man, that's like I said, we can't say Jocko needed Red Boy or Red Boy needed Jocko. We just know when you put them together, it was like peanut butter and jelly. It was a match made in heaven. You know. Now let me get to this Bolio dogs and Eli dogs. Cause like I said, just talking trash about black dogs is kind of overdoing it. Cause it ain't all black dogs that had that 45-minute name tag. It was the Eli dogs. You know. And like I said, maybe the Frisco dogs and the Chinaman dogs gave Mr. Boudreaux line and Mr. Clemens lines and all them boys a bad name. Because they definitely said it was the Frisco dogs and all them dogs were 45-minute dogs. Frisco, Chinaman, all of them from the same family. They were definitely saying them was 45. I don't know about Mr. Boudreaux Eli dogs. Once you say Eli, then you start putting all of them in the same category. Now, when we go to Bolio, we're going to have, I would say, when it comes to Bolio, who you think his most prominent producer from off Bolio line is going to be Grand Champion, STP Grand Champion Buck, in my opinion. I think he's going to be the best producer off the Bolio dogs. But when you look at Bolio's offspring just right here, he was stolen as well. Just like Eli was stolen. But if I'm not mistaken, because I'm going to pull the Eli dog up in a few minutes, Bolio got more grand champions and champions up under his offspring list than Eli got. That dog Art that we was talking about was one of the ones coming down off Eli. that produced a lot of champions and grand champions. And this particular offspring list right here ain't that deep. Got the Buckets dog down there, Zebo's China Girl, Bon Bon, Abraham's Bull. But then the story was Golden Boy is not Buck's daddy. Little Tater was Buck's daddy. And Little Tater was directly off Bolio. So let me see if I can find the one that got Little Tater up there. All right. Patrick's Bull Boy Bob is Tater's daddy. Bolio on the bottom. Bolio daughter bred to Bull Boy Bob's son, which is Little Tater. So this dog right here is pure Bolio and Zebo. No tombstone in this dog that I can see right now. Let me check this Goldie dog out. Yeah, no tombstone in that dog. Strictly Bolio. And I think I want to say that this is the same strain of dogs that the Gaston's dogs came down off of, without a lot of the tombstone in it. Got the Zebo dog on the bottom side. Zebo daughter bred to Bolio. Got your Patrick's Red, bred back to Bolio. You didn't see that much inbreeding when we looked at Eli. When we looked at Eli pedigree and looked at the dogs that came down off of him, we didn't see the inbreeding the way we see it, like how we see it now off Bolio, how we see the inbreeding coming down off and line breeding coming off Grand Champion Yellow, and certain dogs like Red Boy. You didn't see the line breeding like Eli, throughout the whole pedigree. Eli, like you see Bolio. Big Vance, what's going on? Yeah, I remember I ordered some offline one time. I ordered the Don Mayfield talking about a keep one time offline, and I ordered I want to say some yard tours. Somebody yard tours. I don't even remember who they was specifically. You know, don't even remember who they was specifically. But I know there was some yard tours. Let's see here. STP Buck who we looking at, and like I said, we just comparing the Eli and the Bolio dogs, and I'm going off of the comments that brothers was on Facebook talking about. You know, oh let me show you something. Let me talk about something this right here real quick. Let me get into this, and we get back to that. I want y'all to check this video out. See, right here is what you call a cur. And this is what I tell brothers all the time, you know, because some brothers is down in the comments of this video on Facebook saying the dog didn't cur out, the other dog too big. And this, I tell brothers all the time when I tell you about a wolf and a pit bull going against each other. I ain't talking about no wolf dog that got a little bit of Siberian Husky in it and is domesticated. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a real, for sure, timber wolf or a gray wolf. You know what I'm saying? They try to say the dog was too big or whatever. Listen, man, listen. You know, I don't know if the dog too big, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you something, and I'm gonna stop it when he do it. That growling he doing, he already scared to run in on that dog. You know what I'm saying? He's showing his teeth to try to intimidate the dog. Intimidation tactics, that don't work. That ain't gonna work, and he gonna cur out. You know, you can't be telling me that these dogs is gonna beat a wolf when this dog can't even beat a domesticated dog that's bigger than them, because the dog bigger, the dog's still not wild. You know what I'm saying? The dog not wild. It's gonna be a whole different subject, a whole different topic when you jumping on an animal that kills and eats their prey. The dog don't eat dogs. The dog that he jumping on, you know. Curse snapping. That's curse snapping. When we say curse snapping, that's what curse snapping is. You know, that's what he's doing. And if the dog is not a cur, if somebody may want to say he's not a cur, if the dog is not a cur, they taught that dog how to be a cur in this very video right here. It's what we call teaching bad habits. You know what I'm saying? You see, if a dog was game as a person would say he is, he would have already been on that dog, whether he was winning or losing. You know, he would have already been on that dog. Yes, sir, Street Rossi, you right about that, dog. A pit bull fights, a wolf kills. And a wolf don't just kill, he kill and eat it. He gonna eat the pit bull. You know? And right here you see it, and it ain't just this dog. I'm glad they had this video, not on Facebook, but I'm glad they had it, because it's showing you when them pit bulls, some of these dogs that you think is so badass, when they see dogs that's 5 times their size, and he got some aggression to him, like them Kango dogs and them African Barbals and all that shit, and they got some aggression to them, real aggression, they back down, man. They back the fuck down. The same thing this dog here is doing. You hear that? You hear that? When we hear that noise right there in the square, oh, it's over, dog. It's over, Street Rossi. Gay roast. Hey, y'all hear that noise? That's what I'm gonna say. If I'm in the square back in the days and I heard that motherfucker little bit of noise right there, oh man, you hear that, Gay? Boy, go ahead and get that money. Get ready to give me that money, dog. Get ready to give me that money. You heard that, motherfucker. When you hear that noise back in the days in the square, your heart dropped in your heart dropped through your pants. You know what I'm saying? It dropped through your pants. It's time to start trying to make a handle, K-Walk. It's time to make some handles. Going hard killer, what it is, my brothers, my unks, big unks in the building. Salute to you, fam. Salute to you. Yes, sir, man. Like I said, if the least thing they're doing with this dog right here is they taught him a bad habit. How to get up out of there, how to make that dog stop kicking his ass. Tuck my tail, holler like a bitch. And it's over. And it's over. All he got to do is tuck his tail, snap curl a little bit, and just be there and be quiet and lay on his back and be quiet, and the shit is over. Dogs are smart. Anything get on his ass again, and he feel like he can't handle it, he gonna do the same exact thing. That's what you call teaching dogs bad habits. You know, teaching them bad habits, man. Yes, sir. Let me take this off the screen though. And we still talking about these Eli and Bolio dogs. And like I said, man, it ain't my fault. Cause y'all thought I was gonna get on them Eli dogs for one damn show. I might go the whole damn month on them motherfuckers. On their ass. And guess what, man? These brothers, they'll give me hell now. Cause I'll pop up with an Eli dog later on down the line. Just because, you know, I've talked my shit. I was conditioned to talk this shit about Eli dogs for the last 35 years. Shit. My homeboy, like I told you, he was a Frisco, a Garner fan. Frisco dogs, the Chinamans and all that. Hey, shit, I've been talking cash cold shit to them Eli brothers. That's what I'm conditioned to do, dog. Red Boy Jocko through and through. And me, myself, I like the Bolio stuff. I'm not big on the tombstone, but when we got the Mayday dogs and stuff like that, it came with the tombstone in it. I'm not big on the tombstone. You know, I would like to have a good Red Boy dog, Red Boy Jocko dog crossed into the Gaston stuff, crossed into the STP Buck. We seen what the STP Buck stuff crossed in that Red Boy Jocko give you. You know, and Mad Doctor gave me some of the most titled dogs coming down off of the bounty hunter stuff and off that what that was, that money dog that he showed me, that had a long stretch of champions and grand champions. Pretty much one of the longest stretches that I pulled up over the past few weeks. You know, that was coming down off the Doucette stuff, I want to say, and the bounty hunter stuff. You know, and I want to say that was the Hank dog. The Hank dog bred. You know how them boys was breeding it up in Michigan. Salute to all my Michigan bulldoggers up there, man. Everybody been bulldogging from North Michigan. I don't know if y'all classify it like this, but North Michigan, South Michigan, East and the West. You know, not just the brothers in Detroit, but the whole Michigan, man. Big salute and shout out to all the brothers. But this STP Buck, he don't got no. Let's look at the Gaskin Red Buck dog. See what Gaskin threw in him. So Gaskin got the Buck, the Bolio with the Red Boy stuff. With the Burns, Tom Jack. I had a dog directly off Burns, Tom Jack. Big ass damn dog. That's Red Boy Jocko stuff right there. So that's what Gaston was doing on this particular dog right here. Gaston's Red Buck. Cottonham's Bear. I want to say the Cottonham Bear dog is one of the dogs that the Big John dog damn destroyed. DOA. Not Big John himself, one of his offspring. I want to say it's Cottonham's Bear. I want to say that game loss that he got on his thing right here is from one of them Big John dogs, but I could be wrong. It's one of them Cottonham dogs. And I want to say it's the Bear dog. All right. Let's go back to Eli, man. I like messing with my Eli brothers. I start talking about Eli's like, I tell you, boy, hey, when I start talking about Eli's like me saying Tony Dorsett, what shit is a running back? Troy Aikman ain't nothing. Troy Aikman ain't in the top 20 quarterbacks when they talk about quarterbacks from all time. It's like I'm saying Michael Irvin ain't in the top 20 wide receivers when you're talking about top 20 wide receivers of all time when I talk about that Eli dog. You know what I'm saying? So I got to talk about it. You know? Gotta talk about it, man. Cause we just proved the other day now that some of these dogs that y'all saying is Eli ain't got that much Eli in them. Like Jeep. Jeep don't got that much Eli in him. Just call him an Eli dog. Not at all. Now let me go back to Grand Champion Art. Crunchfield's Art. He ain't got as much Eli in him as they try to make. He coming off of Eli Jr. though. He 50% Eli Jr., 25% Eli. Art is. Art is the one that was producing off of Eli though. That's why I had to bring Art up. He was a good producer off Eli. Yellow One in the building. What's going on, Jai Yard? Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, brothers. Like I said, man, you might see me with an Eli dog. Shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like all the bloodlines. And in my heart, I feel like I could bring the best out of a dog if it got it in it to bring out. I can't bring out something that ain't there, but if it's there for me to bring out, I feel like I could bring the best out of them. So shit, you might see me with an Eli dog, or some dog with some Eli in it. But I tell you what, when you go back to look at Jeep and we see how Jeep was producing, we know Jeep got a lot of Kobe in the background. Through the daddy side, right? He got some Kobe back there. And I want to say through the bottom side too, maybe. So we know Kobe dogs is the way, really. People try to shit on Kobe dogs, but Kobe dogs is the way. Red Boy. If we say Red Boy, we don't know what pad he was off of. We don't know. All we can go by is what they put down on online pad, right? So we got Kobe in the background of that. Hella fire producing dog. And it goes back to what Mr. Mayfield was saying. You get dogs that coming down off these pure families. The Kobe family is one of them pure families. Remember now, we talked about this as well. Mr. Boudreaux got families of dogs. Eli is a bloodline. Mr. Boudreaux got a family. Kobe got a family. Walkamo is a family. Big John is the blood. Big John, Little John Cross is the blood. Mr. Crenshaw got families of dogs. But Jeep is the blood. All right, so we got the Kobe stuff through the Finley Bulldog, and then on the bottom side we got what? Eli Rascal, Carver's Black Widow dog, Williams Red Sandy, Cyclone, Williams Cyclone Jr. William Sarge, William Shine. Whoever Williams was, he had a bunch of dogs back in them days. Even down to Tudor's Dabo. See the champions Dabo got on this particular offspring right here. Even though Blind Billy ain't a champion, we're going to say Blind Billy is one of Dabo's predominant producers. Because he produced a lot of shit. Plumber's 10 Bears. See what that dog coming down off of. See what he was producing, rather. And people always like to say that Dabo is one of the most important dogs in history. How much more important is Dabo than Jeep? You got to keep all that stuff in account as far as the time of the day it was, what year this was when Dabo was breeding. How many people had pit bulls during the days when Dabo was around? How many people got pit bulls now? You got to keep all that in play, man. Now we know Dabo is in the Jeep stuff. Let me see if Dabo is in the Red Boy. Let me see if Dabo in that Red Boy dog. See if he got any Dabo in it at all. Nope. Ain't a bit of Dabo in Red Boy. As far as what we see on their pedigree right here. Carvinas. Big shout out, man. Big shout out to the Buffalo Soldier out there. Mr. Buffalo, I seen I don't know if it was Mr. Jim Wilson, but I seen a Wilson in the pedigree that go way back in these days right here we're looking at now. I seen a Wilson back there. So it's a good chance that was Mr. Jim dog that I seen. And it was in the Carvino section with the Carvino stuff. I don't remember which dog we were looking at, but Red Boy don't got no Dabo in him, right? Let's look at Jocko and see if he got any Dabo in him. See if Jocko got any Dabo, period. Mayfield Lightning. Oh, we got Tudor's Dabo right here on the bottom side of the third generation. Hansel's Polly coming off Tudor's Dabo. Mayfield Nigger Dog, Tudor's Dabo, Tudor's Jeff. Okay, so we got that Dabo on the bottom side of the Red Boy Jocko stuff through the Jocko dog. Got the Dabo in there. But let me go back right here. Well, this dog here got Dabo all the way through it. Mayfield's Nigger Dog was Dabo right here on the top. Dabo in the third generation on the top. On the bottom side, top side of the bottom, right here. Then we got Dabo again on the fourth generation on the very bottom. So this dog, the Nigger Dog got a lot of Dabo in him. Yeah, I'm live. Yeah, I'm live, Showtime. Yes, sir, man. I had to come on a little early tonight because I'm on that I'm watching that UFC, going down tonight. So I had to come on a little early, give myself some cushion, to where I can get off, give me a couple hours in and then still be early. Yes, sir, man. We live. I'm gonna drop the link down in the chat if anybody want to get up, talk about anything, or either ask any questions when it comes to these dogs. Drop the link down in the chat. And I want to say I had one person, and then I'm not even 100% sure. I don't want to lie about it. I wanted to say I had at least one person that I did a show with that said they was around during that Dabo time. Matter of fact, Mr. Buffalo Soldier. I think he said he had some of that stuff coming down off of Dabo. Mr. Boudreaux, the legend himself. Eli. I think out of Eli, all the Eli offspring, Bully Son gonna be one of the most prominent or recognized ones because of the Jeep and the Honey Bunch dog. If Mr. Clemens, somebody said Mr. Clemens passed away, right? I was about to say if Mr. Clemens was still alive, maybe we can get him to give us some good Eli stories. See, back when the internet first kicked off, Barney Fife, this name right, Mr. Barney Fife was one of the brothers that had his Keep and stuff online that you can download. The Barney Fife Keep. That's when the internet first jumped off. Late 90s, early 2000s. This must be just a picture that them boys just posted up online, and not anything to do with the dogs. Just a good picture they had of all the dog men. Jack Kelly, Lonzo, Fat Bill, Lester Hughes, and Barney Fife, and Tattoo, whoever Tattoo is. Let's look at the Bolero dog. See how she was bred. Snooty in the 4th generation, Snooty in the 3rd. Arts Missy, which was Snooty's mama. Got a Rascal in it through Snake Man's Pedro. This dog a 9-time winner. Black dog or black brindle dog. Look like maybe a black brindle. Could be a solid black though. Eli in the 4th generation. Now this is an Eli dog. For anybody that said they got an Eli dog, this is what an Eli dog supposed to look like. Eli at the top, Eli right there again. Eli 3 times in the top pedigree, on the top side of the pedigree already. Bolio daddy, which is Claude Zeke, Orphan Annie dog, Carver's Orphan Annie. Then we got Eli Jr. on the top side of the bottom. Eli Jr., we know he coming off Eli. Eli again. This is what an Eli dog supposed to look like when they're talking about in the pedigree. And Carver's Cracker is coming down off Dabo. Now, Snake Man's Pedro is a damn good looking dog now. He 11-time winner as far as what they're saying up here on the write-up. Won 11 times, 2 of them was uncontracted. 35 pounds. I didn't realize Eli was light as he was. I want to say Mr. Boudreaux said Eli was about a 30-some pound dog. I thought Eli would have been a little heavier than that. Okay, they say Mr. Clemens there. Yeah, I thought Eli would have been a little heavier than that. These dogs small, man, 30-some pound dogs. And see, like I said before, a lot of them yellow dogs, I ain't even saying Red Boy Jocko, but the yellow stuff, we can big dog them brothers. You know, we take a dog that's he got a big long body, and we'll break him down to that same weight. You know, especially you talking about 40 pounds or 40 light 40s. Shit, you can take a 50-some pound dog and break him down, and he big and long, and he still got strength and power, and he make your little 41 pounds. But he just look way bigger than your dog naturally. Snake Man Jr. Got that Carver stuff on the bottom side. Carver's Tie, Carver's Stampanato, and Arts Missy. Stinson's Tuffy. Stinson's Tuffy is coming down off what? Carver dog, Carver, Bolio and Carver stuff with little Eli on the bottom side. That Bolio Eli was for sure crossed way back in the days that made great dogs. Bolio Eli. Or Eli Bolio, however you want to call it. I seen Mr. Indian Sonny making them same breedings on his pedigrees. Eli Bolio, And a lot of other brothers was talking about the Eli Bolio crosses they made. Vance say Bully Son was a big dog through the he think about 49, 50 pounds. Bully Son, if Bully Son was bigger, he was a big dog. We don't know how big Blind Billy was. Looking at him right there. You can't really tell how big he was on that one. He like he might have been right at a 40-pound dog on this picture. Maybe 30s. That's Blind Billy. I'm trying to see what size came from in Bully Son. Bowles looked like he could have been a small dog. They got Bully Son down, condition weight 50 pounds. And sometimes it just be like that, man. Sometimes it just be like that. Everybody take care of their dogs different. Not saying one man took care of his better than the next, but everybody feed their dog different feeds. I always say it's very, very important to start your dog off as a puppy. If you want him to be full size as an adult, you want to start him off with great feed, making sure you got him wormed out good, making sure you know all that stuff matter, man. Because if you slip on them in the first 6 months, or 6 months, the 6 to 12 months, and you slipping on the feed and got busy, you ain't really paying no attention like that, and you know you can easily stunt their growth. You know, and then you had dog men that really, some dog men don't really like big dogs, and they'll keep their dogs down to dog can be a yellow dog, and he's supposed to be 55 pounds. You know, and they'll feed them light amounts to keep them small weight, under the 40 or around that 40 mark, 39. You know, Brad Anderson, what is going on? Yep, the boil stuff, the Eli Bolio stuff is in the boils, dogs. Let me click on that some of that boils stuff real quick. Boils Dirty Mary. I'm gonna see if I can pull up any boils dogs that don't got no Dirty Mary in it. Period. This coming from the infamous Grand Champion Hank that me and Mad Doctor was up here talking about for y'all brothers. Let me see if I can pull up any boils dogs real quick with no Dirty Mary in it. Armed and Dangerous. Let's see what Armed and Dangerous is coming off of. That's gonna have that's handicap stuff and boat action back there. That's gonna have your Dirty Mary in it through the boat action. Tobacco Road. Tobacco Road coming off a right hand man. You got your Reno in there. I think your Reno gonna have your Dirty Mary in it, and your bold action. Yep. Trying to find something without any Dirty Mary in it is what I'm looking for. Cause I was asking, must all Boils dogs have Dirty Mary in it and be called a Boils dog? Or when you see the name Boils, do you know that you got a Dirty Mary breeding somewhere in your dog? Jasmine, Poor, Dirty Mary, Bobby Thrift Jr. So in this particular dog here, look like Mr. Boils, he finessed that Eli and Bolio stuff in there real tight. Cause Dirty Mary got the Eli, well, Dirty Mary got the Jack's Burton's Hank Bolio. Let me check her one more time to make sure she ain't got no Eli in her. Yeah, Dirty Mary don't got no Eli in her. So in this Jasmine dog, they got Dirty Mary to the Bolio. So they tighten up with Mo Bolio on top of Dirty Mary. Oh, they got an Eli in it right here through the Eli 3 dog. Dirty Mary, the Cherokee Chief. Cherokee Chief is an Eli dog as well. Davis Chavo, I think that's an Eli dog too. Yep. Well, got Eli in him. He ain't straight Eli. He got a little Eli in him. Cherokee Chief. Bold Action Reno. Mr. Rogers. These are dogs I was looking at earlier in the week. Big shout out to the brother Bill Thomas in the building. Appreciate you dropping in, Bill. Shit, I ain't showed my brother. I ain't showed, man. I just gotta see how the pendulum swing, man. I gotta see how the pendulum swing when it comes to the what I'm gonna let them go for. Uh, so we know Bolio was stolen. We know Eli was stolen, and I'm talking about out of the famous dogs from back in the day. We know Eli was stolen, Bolio was stolen, Big John was stolen. Uh, Now that's 3 dogs that could be possibly got puppies in other dogs' names. Bolio got dogs out there that they calling something else, but they really Bolio dogs. Eli got dogs out there they calling something else, but they really Eli dogs. And Big John got dogs out there that they calling something else that they really Big John dogs. Not to mention the rest of the dogs, the famous dogs that were stolen and bred down. Did Bull Boy Bob produce better than Did Bull Boy Bob produce better than the STP Buck dog? Let's check him out. And this where your Black Bolio stuff come in from. people be always saying where the black bolio stuff come from. This is the black bolio dog, but Patrick's Tater ain't black. Patrick's Faith, I don't know what color she is. Claude Stable, Black Dago. This dog here named Myers Black Dago, so that's letting you know that that dog probably black. See what color the stable dog is. It don't got a black brindle. It say black brindle right here. Okay, so the black side, the black stuff is coming down off of this Patrick's Faith dog. When we look at all these dogs up here, at least this Patrick's Faith dog is what we know is some black dogs coming off of. And the Tuffy dog, that's a black dog. So right now the color is the way it's supposed to be. I'm looking at on the pedigree, the color is what it's supposed to be. We can see it on the pedigree right here. Patrick's Tuffy. So we see Tuffy is black. The Faith dog is a black brindle. We seen black dogs in her pedigree. So it's understandable why Bull Boy Bob will be black. There's a reason for him to be black. That he could be black without me questioning it. Even though these other dogs is red and I guess buckskin color. Claude Zeke, that's a Bolio daddy. Even he got the black dogs in his background. Black Shine, Black Widow. Faith right here. Zeke got some black stuff in his background. Faith got black stuff, and Tuffy, all them, they black. So, Bull Boy Bob is showing the color that he's supposed to be for the pedigree that he has. But you can't say that no black dog is popping up like them dogs is popping up on Hog. You can't say that Bull Boy Bob is showing back up in your dog from fucking damn 40 years ago. If you haven't made any black breeding since Bull Boy Bob. If you bred the all red dogs, buckskin dogs, and no black dogs since Bull Boy Bob was living, and you talking about a black dog popping up in 2000 and 26 off your Red Boy Jocko Tombstone Bolio dogs, or Red Boy Jocko Bolio dogs, and you the only thing that you could go back to the closest thing you can go to is Bull Boy Bob, something ain't right in the pudding that you got. Because Bull Boy Bob don't supposed to skip that many years from Bolio from the 70s. So Bull Boy Bob will be from the 70s as well. Maybe in the early 80s, but for the 70s for sure. So that shit don't supposed to be popping up no black in no 2026 if you don't got no other black dogs in it since him. Or dogs with black in their pedigrees, since him. When we was looking at the hog dogs that we was looking at, them Rottweiler color hog dogs, every dog in the pedigree was coming off Mayday and yellow dogs and red boy dogs. Red boy, yellow, and Mayday was the three predominant dogs in the whole pedigree. Ain't no black dog supposed to pop up off that. And if a brother telling you, oh, the black coming from Bull Boy Bob, that's far-fetched, man. That's far-fetched. Far-fetched. Oh, hell, Vance say 357 got stole. That's more damn dogs. More dogs that now they talking about these damn Eli dogs, and they really 357 dogs. Boy, that's a shame, boy. That's a shame, dog. How the dog thieves messing the dog game up throughout the years. Let's check out the Mr. Boudreaux's Maverick dog. I hear a lot of brothers say they got great dogs off of Maverick. That's your Midnight Cowboy, Bully Son, Eli, Midnight Cowboy, Eli. So that's Eli. That's an Eli dog there. Let me see what this Hunter Sam Carver stuff coming off of. Blind Billy right there. Rascal on the bottom side. And Humphrey stuff. Kennard is black and tan buck. They go your Rottweiler color. That's being some of them Eli dogs right there. You know what the genes are in there. The brothers asked Vance which one did he think 357 could compare to Sonny or Cyrus. Sonny Boy and Cyrus. I'll tell you what, I don't know, you have to talk to Vance about that. Vance said 357 would fight with anyone. I don't know. All I know is when they bred 357 to that Red Boy Jocko stuff, it made another hellfire dog, Macho Buck. You ran 357 to that Mayday daughter and STP Buck daughter bred to Mayday. That's a hellfire dog, man. Just look at how this dog here bred, that 357 bred to. And tell me how you expect your damn puppies to come out, man. Just look at how that dog bred. They took a daughter of Grand Champion Yellow and bred the Buck. Another Grand Champion. Took a daughter of that and bred to another Grand Champion, which was Mayday. Took a daughter of that and bred to another, might as well say he was a four-timer, bred to a four-timer. Macho Buck ain't had no other choice. He was fed a silver spoon. Like they say, man, you ain't had a struggle. You got fed a silver spoon. You had a gold spoon when you was little. When you look at this pedigree, how he bred, man. See, Macho Buck siblings. Same daddy, same sister. I ain't gonna lie, boy. That brother was trying to break Mayday record when he was breeding Macho Buck. That's a hell of a breeding there, boy. Hey, Vance, man, why you ain't tell him to give you a puppy off that little right there? Yellow daughter bred to Buck. The daughter of that bred back to Mayday, which was Yellow Son. Daughter of that bred to 357. I probably would have tried to get me a pup off that one at least. Back in them days. $357. Rattlers Bupkis, dog. So 357 got this Toro dog is a Red Boy Jocko, ain't it? Yeah. So 357 got He's a Red Boy Jocko too, and Bolio. I don't know. I was thinking if 357 was straight Tombstone Bolio or straight Bolio. STP Buck Bolio. Yeah, I got it now. STP Buck was the Bolio one. That Toro in 357 was deep. Champion STP's Toro. That was deep in 357. I wish I could speak to Green to understand what these dogs right here was acting like the ones that was coming off that brother and sister breeding, Jocko and Apples, because he got several of them dogs off that breeding. Jackson's Hank dogs. Toro 357. Now my Red Boy Jocko Bolio dogs is coming down off this right here. The Jesse James Rod stuff. Which was your Nico Stone City Jedi, what that was coming down off of. Jedi was more Red Boy Jocko, but Bolio rather. Uh. Hey Vance, in your opinion, which one you think was the better dog, Jesse James Rod or Macho Buck? Which Eli dogs you had, Vance? So I can pull up the pedigree. Oh, the Cha Cha dog. The Cha Cha dog, Super Kennels Cha Cha. Boom, boom. Got an unknown on the bottom side. But they ain't Mexican Eli, right? They ain't an Eli dog right there. Not on the pedigree, how the pedigree look. Super Kennels Tequila. Which one of the Eli stuff, Vance? So I can pull it up. Sonny Boy, Lupita. All right. Let me pull up Sonny Boy real quick. I know I looked at it when you was on the show with me, but I don't remember exactly how they was bred. Being that we're talking about Eli dogs tonight. Uh, 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 uh. Got your Midnight Cowboy bringing you some Eli in there through that. Kirimer's Macho coming off the Eli stuff. And Arts Missy. To Boudreaux It. Boudreaux's Morphin. That's your Eli and that. Happy Jack. Happy Jack coming down off of Eli. Yeah, you got your old Eli on there, Vance. You got your old Eli on there. And I hear them boys talking about it, so I know he had been a good one. Sonny boy. He don't look like a I'm gonna see, let me check the pedigree out, see which one of these dogs, if we got any pictures of who he might be looking like. He don't look like Skull. His ear setting different than Skull, and his color different, so he don't look like Skull. He look like one of them dang on Boss dogs with his ears sitting up. Let me pull up some more dogs in the pedigree. Maybe we get some good pictures. He don't look like that. Big shout out, big salute, much love to the brother Robert holding it down in the Michigan Dog Show today. Yes, sir, man. And salute and shout out to all the brothers that participated in the dog show today in Michigan. Hey, where you think that dog get his look from, Vance, man? He got a different look for the papers that he got. That might be some of them dogs that they say was Eli and it was something else. That motherfucker don't look like an Eli dog. But we never know, man. You know, we can't go by nothing but what the papers say. David's sister. They don't got no pictures of that dog. Oh, she looked like the Reno dog. I mean, he looked like the Reno dog. Probably. That's where I would say that color come from. Crenshaw's Reno. No, Crenshaw Reno is black. That Boyle's Reno dog is buckskin. That's why I tell y'all, man, them black dogs will throw any damn color sometimes. But you ain't gonna get no black dog off no two red noses for the most part. I wonder where that color come from, man. All these dogs black. That might be why he was kicking so much ass, Super Kennel. That motherfucker might be ain't got no Eli in him. He look like an Eli dog. He's just a different color. Got them black eyes, them dark eyes like that. Some of Tom Garner dogs be looking like that in the face. Dum, dum. He bred Eli top to bottom. Van said he had a hell of a mouth on him. Who the breeder? Who the breeder is? Morgan? Mike Morgan? Mike Morgan? That's who the Morgan is, the breeder? Because if Morgan the breeder, we know Morgan done switch them papers up on your ass. Because he done switched them up on damn Florida Outlaw. That damn voodoo dog. If it's Morgan, if that's the same Morgan as the breeder. Morgan done switched them papers up now. He done did it. Now them Boils dogs, that motherfucker look like that damn Reno dog. Boils Reno dog. Now these dogs here affiliated with Mike Morgan too, if it's the same Morgan. Cherokee Chief. But I ain't gonna tell no man what his dog is and ain't off of. You know, we go by what's on the pair. That's like somebody tell me mine ain't off this or ain't off that. Just by looking at them. The cowboy blood. Nikolai said the color comes from the cowboy blood. Little Mate Chavo was buck shorty cowboy was buckskin. And red and on that stuff. Let me see. Where you say the cowboy? Midnight Cowboy? That's what you talking about? Boom, boom. Cowboy Junior champion. Let me check out the other dog you said you was telling me about. Super Kennels Lapita. Choo. This stuff here going back to Blind Billy or the Maloney's dogs. Crenshaw, Sad Sack, Hall and Samples, Mushing. That's going back to Bully Son, Eli. Yep, all them is Eli. You know that art stuff going back to Eli. Champion Ramsey. Eli. Rascal right there. Trans Rascal. Man, I think damn Crenshaw Rascal, he was a good dog, but I think a lot of them old schoolers was talking about that Trans Rascal dog. I think And then as the times went on, they start talking about the other rascal. But that rascal name been around a long damn time. It's like if somebody come up with the Big John line and name one of their dogs Big John, that ain't and it is not even in the same line of dogs. But a famous dog man come up and name the dog Big John, and instead go back to Jeep Red Boy dogs or some other kind of dogs, Eli dogs, and then people start getting it, and it's a hellified dog, you know, and everybody want them crossed into their dog. But then when you hear somebody that's talking about Big John stuff, you thinking they talking about the newer age Big John dogs coming down off the Eli and the you know, they say Rascal, Eli Rascal cross named Big John. I think the trans rascal is the first rascal that you know they was really talking about crossing into to their dogs. Well, I seen that down at just now somewhere. Well, I seen that rascal in it. I seen that rascal somewhere. Which dog was it? Ramsey. That's the dog it was. This the dog I think a lot of them old schoolers was crossing into their dog. But that hardcore Bozak, that's Jeep Rascal, stuff Red Boy Jocko Jeep Rascal, and he got the other rascal. And he got the Crenshaw rascal, so that's the rascal everybody is talking about. Well, he got Rascal Jr., then Rascal in the fourth generation. They ain't nothing but a damn Eli dog. Crenshaw's rascal ain't nothing but a damn Eli dog with a little bit of Zeke in it. So if you got you a Jeep Rascal dog, Jeep Mama coming down off Bully Son, which is a product of damn Eli, it'll make the Eli in it stronger. You got a Jeep Rascal dog, then you got a strong, a heavy damn Eli dog with a little bit of Zeke in it and some Kobe stuff, I guess, through the Finley bow. Cool Beans in the building. Let's check out the Boomerang dogs Cool Beans talking about. Then we'll check out the Shorty Cowboy stuff as well. Let me go to Shorty Cowboy first. Because he has some funny looking legs. Shorty Cowboy, that's what your Eli. That's pretty much a straight up pure hands happy jack dog, and that's coming down off of Eli stuff. So you going back to pretty much every dog in the pedigree. That's what I'm talking about. Like I said before, this is what I'm talking about when I say you gonna call your dog an Eli dog. you need to be clicking on all the dogs in the pedigree. You need to be going back to Eli somewhere or another, females and the males. And look, Cowboy, hands Candy. See what Candy coming off of. Eli, Crenshaw's Reno. But for most part, we got Eli on the top side. Well, we got Eli 2 times in there, right there. Kennard's Black and Tan. That's coming down off something else. Crenshaw's Reno. I think that's uh yeah. So this Shorty Cowboy we looking at. That's an Eli, heavy Eli dog. Davis Chavo, Midnight Cowboy. All these dogs, brother and sister breeders. Yeah. Let's see what Shorty Cowboy produced. Got several champions down there. Cochran's Iceman. They go a white champion for the brothers that was saying about the white dogs. They go your white champion. 46, 47 pounder. Coming off your Jeep stuff on the bottom side and Eli on the top. Eli Jeep dog. Actually, Eli Jeep Red Boy. That's what it is. Eli Jeep Red Boy. Through the white tab stuff. Or not the white tab, but the tabby girl. Tabby girl right there. So we got Jeep Red Boy on the bottom and Eli on the top. Scratch liners Lily White. There go another white dog coming off of Shorty Cowboy. Shorty Cowboy threw white dogs, and both of them dogs champions that we seen back to back right here. Two white champions. Lily White. And that last one we seen. This one little Nikki. White with the black spot on the eye. Shorty Cowboy on both sides, top and bottom. Got Lily White. Let's see him find another champion. Grand champion Little Bobby. Fawn, they say it's a fawn dog. Coming down off the cruise stuff, which was Boyle's Red Oak. Cochran's Bobby Joe in the 3rd generation. Morgan's Charlie. Coming down off the Happy Jack dog. Happy Jack stuff. Patrick's La Bamba. That's your Bolio stuff. Bolio daughter bred to Bolio son. T-Max Iceman, that's probably the same dog that we looked at just now. 4-time winner. Nosy Red. Shorty Cowboy. What's the other dog Cool Beans said earlier that I would say I'm gonna look up? Let me see. Oh, the boomerang stuff. Let me see something. All right, this dog right here, I conditioned this dog. This the dog that locked on my damn hand right here. Motherfucker had me wrestling that son of a bitch in the front yard 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, this bitch here, he had a slow scratch when it got about an hour and some change in, but that motherfucker wouldn't stop. Now it's coming down off the let me see what the Kenny Paul bubble coming down off of. That's Snooty, Spanky, Sorrell's Pete, Boomerang right there. Boomerang, Boomerang. So this Lloyd Gator dog got a good bit of Boomerang in it. See about the Tipsy dog. Garner's Frisco, Frisco, Frisco. 6 bits, Elliott 6 bits, Brady Clemens Black, Black Jet, Iron Workers Badger, Boomerang, Boomerang. 2 times in the top side. Eli, Eli, Trans Rascal. Bennett's Gator. Let me check out Bennett's Gator. Sorrell's Pistol Pete. Got some more of that Boomerang in it through the Lloyd's Gator dog. So this Bennett's Gator dog right here probably gonna be all Boomerang. Yeah. So that Bennett's Gator dog is with a heavy Boomerang coming in at right there. Bred Atlas, Shaw's Red Rock, more Boomerang. So these 2 dogs and this particular dog right here, these 2 dogs right here are gonna be predominantly Boomerang in the backside. Got your Elliott 6 bits and Clemens Black Jet, the 6-bit dog was coming down off of your Bowls. No Eli in that bitch at all. Straight Bowls stuff, Boudreaux's Bowls. Bully Son got a little Eli in it through this dog right here with Bully Son coming in at. Let's check out this Boudreaux Red dog. Blind Billy. So we do got a little Eli in it right here through the Bully Son dog and the 6-bit dog. But for the most part, 6-bit don't got no Eli in them. Outside of this bitch right here, Kendall's Lou. And Bully Son, like we said before, Bully Son is like a 25% Eli dog. I mean, Bully Son is a 50% Eli dog. 50% Eli Bully Son. Yeah. So this Cadell dog is where Eli coming in from on 6-bit. Boudreaux Spike. Let's see where that bitch coming from. Blind Billy. See, I believe Mr. Boudreaux felt higher on the Blind Billy dog than he did Eli. Now this dog right here was a hellified dog. He had worked pretty hard on that flirt pole, but that motherfucker went walking on a damn leash. As soon as I get to the edge of the yard, he'll start pulling back on the leash like he ain't want to walk. But you know, I don't know why I ain't never seen a dog do that before. I couldn't run him on a bike. Be myself personally, I couldn't. And I want to say this picture right here, I could be mistaken. Yeah, this ain't my yard. This picture was taken on. I thought I had took a picture and put it on this pedigree thing, but this ain't on my yard right here. But I handled this dog right here one time, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I was so tired, man, I couldn't even bend over no more to pick him up. But I knew I had that shit won. The other dog was about to stop scratching. I knew I had it won. And the only thing I was going off of was luck. I was going off luck because I ain't had no more muscle strength in my arms. I couldn't bend over no longer. But I seen that dog was about to quit. And shit, I just had to keep going, boy. That's the one I told you when they was doing scratch to win. And in my head, I'm thinking, because I didn't go over the rules. I'm just the handler. You know, I didn't go over the rules. So the rules went over by the owners of the dog. And I picked them up after the other dog didn't scratch. I picked them up and stepped out the box. But I had to step back in and let them scratch for the scratch to win. Shorty Cowboy. Small time X Vance, in his opinion, what's the best line family of buck dogs today? What's the best line of buck dogs today? I don't really, when it comes to Eli, man, I think if you wanna talk about your pure Eli dogs, that's at least I'm gonna say straight Eli, then you gonna stick with your Clemens stuff. You're gonna stick with your Boudreaux stuff. Cause see, look, when you go talk about the Garner dogs, let's just go to Frisco. You know, that's not straight Eli. Let's go to Chinaman himself. That's Bolio and Chinaman stuff. But let's go to Chinaman himself. Well, this one got an unknown on it. Let me pull up another one. I don't really consider Garner dogs, now that I look back on it, I don't really consider them Eli dogs. They got they Eli, but they're not They not Eli dogs like Mr. Boudreaux dogs is. They got something else in it. I gotta find the one that got the whole ped up here, man. They got that unknown in the top. I'm gonna try it one more time. Still got a damn unknown up there. All right. Here go a Chinaman I can pull up. Should be no unknowns. All right. When you look at Chinaman, he coming down off Eli on the top side. The Carver's pistol dog is right here. Eli bred to a Bowles bitch, for one. Get Eli Jr. All right. This Clayton Sugar dog. Let's see what Clayton Sugar coming off of. Clayton Sugar don't got no Eli in him at all. Blind Billy, a little Blind Billy, but no Eli. All right. That's where she at? Clayton Sugar right here. She don't got no Eli in her. So Eli Jr. bred to a dog with no Eli to get Woods trouble. All right. Now Woods Snooty, he don't got no Eli in him. Let me make sure before I say that. Woods Snooty don't got a bit of Eli in him. All right. Boudreaux's Gypsy back there. Let me see. Yeah, no Eli. Got a little Blind Billy in the back there. Way in the back, but no Eli. All right. So we got Eli at top right here, the very top of Chinaman. No Eli right here on the third. And this is second generation. No Eli. No Eli in the Snooty. And then we got Carver's Hide Bloody Sunday, which we got the Eli through the Bully Son. Let's check the whole pedigree out. We got the Eli through the Bully Son, but then the rest of the dogs don't got no Eli in them. So that's why I say I don't really consider Garner dogs Eli like the Boudreaux dogs Eli. He mixed and matched a little bit with enough Eli to say you got Eli in there. You got Eli right here in the Bully Son, 50%. And then you got Eli Jr. up here. And then no other dog in the whole pedigree got Eli in it. I always say now, the whole pedigree means something, not just the famous dogs that you see and you know. The whole pedigree means something. So we're going percentages. Bully Son, 50% Eli. Bloody Sunday is 25% Eli. With Bloody Sunday breeding the Wood Snooty, who don't have no Eli in them, that makes Abernathy's Molly between 10 to 15%, like I said about Jeep. Abernathy's Molly got the same bunch of Eli in her that Jeep got in him. Between 10 to 15%, if not lower. Now you bred Woods Trouble, which is 50% Eli dog, bred to a no Eli dog that made Woods Trouble 25% Eli. So you got a 10 to 15, maybe 10% Eli dog bred to a 25% Eli dog to get Chinaman. So you say you got about a good 30-some% Eli in that motherfucker, Chinaman. 30-some to, he ain't no 50% Eli dog. About a good 30% Eli. If that much. Now, can one say Chinaman produce better than Eli? If you had to get one off of one of the dogs, directly off Chinaman or directly off Eli, what would you rather have? Directly off Chinaman or directly off Eli? Small time say pull up Sharky Boy and Juju. Sharky Boy and Juju. I was about to say that dog, they look like a Gaston dog or something like that. By the front of his mouth, looking at the front of his mouth, he look like he got some of that buck in him. Sharky Boy and Juju. I don't see the Juju, but maybe I'm gonna type it in and see if it pull up. This the right Sharky Boy, right? There you go. Sharky Boy and Juju. Yep, got them buck dogs in there. I can tell by that dog. That dog Sharky Boy face. He got that face. Look like he got an underbite. Even if it ain't an underbite, it kind of looked like that. That's some buck dogs. Bolio dogs. Red Boy Jocko back there. Through your Toro. That's a brother and sister breeding. The Onello Sherman, the Tank, and Twister sister to make Rattlers Daisy May. I tell you, boy, them brothers and sister breeders be making some hellified dogs time to time. We're going down we're going down from the top of the fourth generation all the way down so we can see what it bred like. Fearless Terror. That's more your buck stuff. Red Boy Jocko, buck, powerhouse deadlift. That's a nice looking brindle dog right there. Let me blow it up for y'all so y'all can see it. That's a nice looking brindle dog right there. That's a Fearless Terror. That's the dog we looking at. That's a nice looking bitch. Got good body on her. And that's the fourth generation right here we looking at. Tank and Terror, brother and sister breeding again. Then we got Tank and Terror, which is Awesome Tank again. Champion Taurus Ronald Dark Tiger or Dark Tigra, however they pronounce it. That's Jesse Rod's Midnight coming off Indian Pistol. Let me see what this Midnight dog coming off of. Got a little Eli in that one. A little bit of Bolio down there. Indian Spike is coming down off of Bolio as well. So this is an Eli Bolio dog right here with some Carver stuff in it. This Jesse Rod's Midnight dog. Some Carver stuff on this side, going to the Tudor Spike. Eli on the top right there. And then on the bottom side, you got your Bolio stuff. And you got a little Tombstone in there as well. Crumbs Cremator dog. All right, that's your Midnight dog bred. Then you got Fat Bill's Stomper. Let's check out the Scratch dog first. Jesse Rod's Scratch. A little bit of Boomerang, Bolio. Then you got Fat Bill Stomper. Got your Snooty in there. Snooty on the Snooty again. So this is a heavy bred Snooty dog. Let's check this bottom side. See what this bottom side coming down off of. Lonzo's Andy. So this Brown's Phantom right here on the very bottom of the fourth. That's Zebo, right? Zebo's half brother. Lonzo's Phantom. And that's coming through the Buzzsaw's Fat Bill Stomper dog. Now you got the Midnight Dog again. You got some Wild Side Lucifer. Fat Bill's Blondie, the Buzzsaw Stomper dog bred of Fat Bill's Blondie. That's coming down with your Crenshaw's Rascal. Honey Bunch, Crenshaw's Rascal. Then your Wild Side Lucifer stuff. Coming down off your Eli, coming through your Niggerino dogs. Carver Stompanato. Crutchfield Art. There we go. That Art dog back there. That's in your Lucifer dog. That's what that Lucifer dog kind of looked like, that Art stuff. Jesse Rod's Pretty Girl bred to Jesse Rod's Midnight. Little Eli in there. Well, let me go back to the damn. I was looking at the pedigree of the dog inside the pedigree. This the one that Showtime wanted me to look up. Shark Boy and Juju. So I'm taking this to breeding that he did. All right, Grand Champion. That dark Tigra dog bred Grand Champion Taurus Tapatia. Bolio. Big Red. Or that Midnight dog, not Bolio, that Midnight dog. Wild Side Lucifer. So that's the same stuff. They must have bred two dogs just alike to each other. Macho Buck. G-Force Tug. Let's see what this Work Kennels Diego is. Red Boy Buck. Pit Stop Reds. Pit Stop Red is going back to your Hunter Red shit. Bailey's Bingo. Panama Red. That's the female that Work Kennels Diego bred to. More Buck stuff, Buck and stuff, Buck. 357 back there. Got your Hardcore's Bozak with your Red Boy Jocko Rascal in it. Got your Mayday, Bolio. Got Termite. Now this dog right here, this dog Panama Red, she got a bunch of big names in her pedigree. Got the Miss Leaky dog right there. Hollisworth Bodine, STP Buck, 357, Bozak, Mayday, Carolina Kennels Dallas, and Termite. Stone City's Baby down there. Got a bunch of big names in that dog right there. That Panama Red dog. 18 Kendall Skywalker. Got West Penn's Razor in that. Nico Jr. 357. Mayday. Holcomb's Amber. Desert Rats Lily White. Rocker's Hammerhead. Rocker's Hammerhead. That's top to bottom. It's a whole bunch of buck in that shit there. Vance said he'll take the dog off Eli. He don't want nothing from Tom. That's a nice pair there, small time. Small time. Got some Virgil in there too. And this is another thing I want to say this because it's something I speak on a lot too as well. Uh, we when it comes to these dogs, sometimes we get stuck on the peg like they're gonna make us the most money as far as what everybody like. But when it comes to them working dogs overseas in Europe, like the Belgian Malinois and Dutch Shepherds and German Shepherds and different things, them brothers want as many great dogs in the pedigree as possible. As many great dogs in that ped as possible. You know, and that's why you get such healthy dogs. Um, and that's another reason we used to always say why a mutt dog can have puppies and have them under the house or in the woods or somewhere and none of them die. You don't give none of them no shots and all of them live because the gene pool is so big that the dogs are just naturally healthy. With the pit bulls, the way we breed them, we get them so tight sometimes, and it just don't be as healthy as far as immune system wise. The immune system don't be as strong as some of them dogs with the gigantic gene pools. You know, so that's why really, you know, if you can run your game or run your program off of the biggest gene pool that you can make, you know, it's gonna probably give you better, healthier puppies for sure. We like to concentrate on certain lines and certain genes because sometimes this is hard to spot it. If you got fucking 15 different great dogs in your pedigree and out of them dogs, they're not going back to the same dog. When you go back, they're not going back to the same dogs. Then it's gonna be kind of hard to pinpoint your genes and your traits and stuff sometimes. Oh, these dogs look like this dog, or these dogs remind you of these dogs. It's gonna be hard to do that sometimes. Street Rocks say what I call going a commercial breeder or you know, is he still breeding? I'm gonna say he's the same kind of breeder as anybody else that's in the dog game of today's time. You can't be out there saying that you breeding dogs for certain things that we talking about in these shows, like from back in the days, everybody, period, gonna have to be breeding for legal stuff. You know what I'm saying? And being that Tom Garner is in the limelight that he's in, there's no way he can say he breeding for anything that somebody talking about illegal back in the days and all that type of stuff. You can't do it. Now, in order to survive, you can't do it. He knows how to survive. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. I don't care who you is. You can't be selling the kind of dogs he's selling. You can't be on the front street, period, talking about you breeding dogs for matching and none of that type of stuff. You know? So whether a person want to think he got good dogs or want to think he got good performance dogs, I mean, it just is what it is. At the end of the day, like a lot of brothers always say, a good dog is where you find it. Now you going for the name, or you going because you seen some good dogs that came from his house. You know, that's when one might get lost at. You going so you can say you bought a dog from Garner when the other brother down the street that got great dogs, and you know he got great dogs, but you ain't buying them from Garner. You don't make you feel the same way about the dog. Oh, I ain't got them from Tom Garner. I don't feel the same way. You know, so that's where we get mixed up a lot of times, Street Rossi, man, because we want to buy them from a big name, and the big name might don't got the better working dog with better working ability. He just got a name where you can walk around bragging and say, oh, he came from Tom Garner. Oh, he came from Garner. Oh, he came from Garner. You know? The way the game is right now, you know, I don't blame Garner for any man who's selling dogs in the public. You know, you got to do it that same way. You can't follow up these brothers on Facebook and these groups and all that other type of shit. You got to sell good show dogs or whatever you want to call it, confirmation dogs. You can't get into all that other shit. You know, these folk will have you up in the Alcatraz. Big shout out to the brother Guy Coasting in the building. I remember going to Garner House a long time ago, man, and Garner say, I ain't talking to none of y'all about no damn dog. If you talking about dog fight shit, he ain't said it the way I'm saying it. I'm just gonna give it to you in short form. You talking about dog fighting, don't talk about shit over here, you ain't getting no dog. They all in the woods with damn satellites and shit. Basically what he was telling us. They all out there in the woods with satellites. They trying to hear him saying something about he selling something illegal for illegal purposes. And then they fuck with him. Garner was talking to us like he was like El Chapo or something. I ain't talking about like he trying to act like he was El Chapo. He was talking to us like he know them folk out there got, like he said, satellite set up all around trying to hear him saying something illegal about the dogs. And this one got this dog right here. That came straight from Garner House when he had him in the cage with a bunch of other dogs. Had about 15 dogs and the puppies in the cage. Bought him as a hand puppy from Garner. Off Garner Dynamo and Hickory T female. And then this is the dog I told you we had right here. Garner's champion. It ain't pulling up now. It was pulling up, that Black Chance, dog. I don't even see it pulling up now. On online pad, it was pulling up. It must be ain't loaded up on this one. Or either I'm typing it in wrong. Let me type it in all capital. Yeah, it ain't typing up. It ain't coming up now. They done took it off. But I had this one at the same time when we got same time we got that red puppy right there. Got this one off Bobby Peru. Now we bred this one back to a Walkmore male off of Country. This one right here. And my partner, he had something off that El Negro dog. Coming directly off El Negro. Rust Buck. I remember they were talking about the Rust Buck dog. Don't. I tell you what, now that Bobby Peru dog, his legs don't look no better. Bobby Peru legs don't look no better than damn Shorty Cowboy legs. He don't look no better than Shorty Cowboy legs when you look at him. I bust a El Negro dog ass with a damn Big John dog, unofficial show, off the chain, straight off El Negro. And the one I had was coming down off of, what the hell was that Big John dog coming down off of? I want to say Nitro. Nitro was coming off Crazy Eyes. Crazy Eyes and Shakur. Now, when you look at Garner's Bobby Peru, now that's why I say, man, that's why I say you gotta be careful when you're buying dogs from Garner. Not be careful, like don't get them. You gotta look at your pedigree to see what they're actually coming off of. See, Bobby Peru gonna be more Chinaman than, more Eli than Chinaman is. Bobby Peru is. He got it through the Maverick stuff. So if you get one off Bobby Peru, you got a dog with more Eli in it than damn what Chinaman gonna give you. You got your Frisco in it. That's gonna give you a little bit of Eli through your Chinaman right there. But the rest of the dogs is coming down, Romero's China Girl, that Herman dog. You got Herman in there 2 times in the fourth. That's what's gonna give you more Eli through that Herman right there. Big shout out to the brother Genetics rocking in the building. Hey, Showtime. That's what I was saying on the video. not too long ago. I said you'll get red-nosed dogs off of black dogs, but when you ever seen black dogs come off of red-nosed dogs? Two red-nosed dogs I'm talking about. But you can get a red nose. You quick to see a red nose come off of black dogs. You can have a black mama and a black daddy, and you still might produce a red nose off the litter. But when you got two red-nosed dogs and you breed two red-nosed dogs, you're gonna have a harder chance of getting a black dog off of two red-nosed dogs than you would a red-nosed dog off of two black dogs. I see black dogs throw red noses all the time. But you don't see no red noses throw no black dog all the time. That's why I was saying there's something funny about them genetics when it comes to them red dogs and them black dogs. I can name quite a few, and it's like you said, you had two red dogs that came from your blacks. I can name quite a few reds that came from blacks. But I can't name no blacks that came from reds. And the conversation came up a couple videos back. I was saying that maybe the red dog genes may be stronger than the black dog gene. The red nose gene may be stronger than the black dog genes. Even if they scatterbred, at Street Rossi, even if they scatterbred, when you got two red noses, and I'm not gonna say it won't happen, but when you got two red-nosed dogs, you very seldom, and they could come off a black dog somewhere or another in the pedigree. They could come off black dogs in the pedigree, but you very seldom see two red-nosed dogs produce a black dog. But you can take two black dogs and get a red-nosed dog. Like, for instance, when we bred the Walkmore stuff with the Frisco Paladin. Let me pull that up. Walkmore Black Poison. Black Poison. Black Poison, Black Widow, all of them coming out on the same stuff. All right, the Black Poison, Black Spider was the dog. Was the all right, Miller's Buckshot. So we got Frisco back there. Miller's Max, Mountain Man, Homer Jr., Miller's Max. See, these was the black dogs, the black Walkmore dogs that people was talking about not too long ago. They got your Paladin in the back there. You done seen your Homer Jr. right there. But this dog right here, Lori Spider, she produced the black dogs the black Walkmore dogs that y'all heard about. This was the originator of the black Walkmore dogs. Now they took this dog and bred her to who? They bred to get Black Widow. Black Widow was bred to Little Thunder. Black Spider was bred to Little Thunder to get Black Widow. Now you're talking about 50% Red Boy Jocko, 50% of this on the bottom, which was the Frisco Paladin and stuff, but 50% Red Boy Jocko. Now you took that dog. Let me see if they ain't got the offspring down on that one. Black Widow. Other one was Black Spider. Black Poison will be the one that's coming off next. Black Poison. All right. Now, when you look at Black Poison, you see they took the Spider dog, which was the black dog, made Black Widow. Now she's 50% Walkmore, 50% this bottom side. They bred that dog, which is 50% Walkmore, back to Rattler. That's Black Widow. They bred Black Widow back to Rattler and got Black Poison. Now, Black Poison, offspring, I'm trying to find, they don't got her down here. They don't got her down here for as they bred the dog to Buddy to get the next dog. They bred that dog to Buddy, but they don't got him in the offspring right here. They bred that dog to Buddy. So that's gonna be all the way, you pretty much flatlining this dog right here out. Because they went this Black Poison dog to another Walkmore dog, which was Buddy. Now you still got the genes back there, and the color still coming out black on some of them, but you breeding further and further away. You know, you went to Little Thunder, to Rattler, and then the next one went to Buddy. Black Poison to Buddy. Let me see if I can find any of them Buddy pedigrees that got black when they bred I don't like looking at this that shit that damn. I don't like looking at this shit because this that shit that fake Walkmo posted up there. And he don't know shit about them damn dogs. I can tell by the picture right here that he posts that bullshit. Anytime you see that shit say true ped up that motherfucker, that's that bullshit he doing. What the fuck? All the peds true peds. All the peds real peds. What the hell you want to put true ped beside the shit for? Let me see if I can find another one that was up there before he then went and typing all that bullshit. Motherfucker don't know his ass from Adam when it come to these damn dogs. All right, let me try to check some of this one right here and see if I can find the other female that they bred to Buddy. Is it Poison? I think it's Poison. Black Poison is the other one they bred. I think this one ain't Poison. Let me try it. Let me try it real quick. I think it's Baltimore's Poison. It ain't coming up though. Still that Black Poison shit coming up. That ain't what I'm looking for. That ain't what I'm looking for. But yeah, them black dogs, man. And that was a good damn, that's a good damn a good cross that was made with that Welcome All stuff. This Black Widow dog, them dogs is some hellified dogs. This dog right here, Spider, this dog was he had DOA 2 dogs. Two-timer that DOA 2. Like I said, she coming off Frisco and the Miller's Champion Max stuff, which is Paladin, Chavis Chavo, which is Eli right there, Eli, Rascal Jr. back there. Got some Frisco right here, Frisco right there, and the Homer dog, Miller's Jr. coming down off of Eli, Boomerang, Eli Jr. right there. Yeah, them dogs came out. That damn Spider dog was a hellified damn dog. And then what happened was they bred their dog to the Spider dog, and they got 2 puppies back off that litter for stud fee. And that's how they kept breeding them 2 puppies, the Black Poison dog. Street Rocks, you gotta be real careful, man, with that hit and miss talk. You gotta be real careful with that, dog, because you know I'm kind of gonna be iffy with that damn two red dogs and a black dog coming off of that. If somebody know two red dogs right now that I can look up, two red dogs that produce the black dog, I'll look it up. But you gotta be real careful. Hit and miss. When we say hit and miss, we're talking about the dog looking like certain dogs, right? Dogs taking genes from these dogs or taking genes from this dog, or hit and miss as far as you gotta miss little. Some of these dogs missed it, some of them dogs hit and miss. But you gotta be careful when it comes to that black, man. Because black is a strong color. You know, black is a strong color, but I ain't gonna say black won't pop up out your red dogs. Just say we talking about this Walkmore black spider stuff that we was talking about. Now, if we constantly inbreeding one of them dogs that's coming down off that spider stuff, black poison. Now this dog right here produce some good damn dogs too. That Quick dog. Quick produce some good damn dogs. I had some over Quick and Red Storm. And you can see right here, this one of the hand-me-downs that he got over there. I just seen something just now wanted to look at though. Rattler looks just like damn Rattler looks just like damn Hacksaw. Which was Mello them daddy. I seen Rattler go about 3 times. Now, Hacksaw looked more like him than he do his real daddy. Now we pull Hacksaw up. Why the fuck is this motherfucker typing in this bullshit when he put in the pedigree, type in something afterwards? I'm the one that took this damn picture of Hacksaw. Ain't nobody know how Hacksaw look. I took this picture of this motherfucker. He ain't never seen Hacksaw a day in his damn life. Motherfucker tore a Hacksaw pic. Every time you see that parentheses after Walkmore dog, there's no Walkmore ain't put it in, and that fake motherfucker that probably ain't never seen the damn dog put it in. Hacksaw took after out of all these dogs in the first, second generation and third generation, Hacksaw took after Rattler more than any of them. You can see he was wet. He was wet on this when this picture here was taken. He was wet. See, I'm gonna show you something. Show you something. See the picture I put up there? I just put his face because I didn't want you to see his whole damn body. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want you to see that he had little scratches and shit on him or whatever. So I ain't put that whole picture up there. I zoomed it in to just his face. You know, that's all that mattered. When you got this asshole don't know what's going on out here in the game, he do some dumb shit like that. And you can see all kind of scratches on his legs and all kind of shit like that. That's why I tell you, man, a dumb motherfucker get out here, don't know how the hell to move. Just moving and trying to make $1. Lying and trying to make $1 off shit. Only produce 1 litter. How the fuck you know he only produced 1 litter? Somebody told him though. Only litter he produces the litter Pelican Bay. The litter with Pelican Bay. And they trying to erase my name off the shit. My dogs grew up to be some damn good looking dogs. I sired them son of a bitches and I whelped them son of a bitches. And like I said, my worst mistake I made in the dog game since I got back in the dogs was letting Walkamo get them dogs. I should have just gave them stud fee off that dog. Worst thing I could have did is get them damn dogs back. If I knew he was gonna give them to that corny motherfucker, I'll tell you, he would have never got them dogs from me. I would have gave him stud fee. Big shout out to Ken Lightning in the building. And who y'all got tonight, man? Because that's why I came on kind of early tonight, because I wanted to look at I'm gonna get off in a minute and I gotta watch me a little UFC tonight. I got McGregor and Holloway. I got McGregor tonight, you know. Old McGregor. See, Ken Lightning say a dog with 2 recessive genes cannot produce black pigment in their fur. So that's what you get when you get breed 2 red nose together, Street Rossi. Let's go to Little John. Look at his daddy, which was Ace. He got a little red boy in him. He got about 50% red boy through Yellow John. Green Sandy. Argo. So we got the whole damn litter in that damn Walkamo shit. The whole litter of Jocko litter. Except for one dog missing, I think. You got Jocko, you got Argo, and you got Apples right here. Apples, Argo, and Jocko off that first litter. I mean, off that Jocko litter. And they say Apples and Pearl is the same dog. So that's that Jackson's Hank deep in that. That Jackson's Hank deep in that Welcome shit. Through these 3 dogs right here. Jocko, Apples, and Argo. Did Little John produce? I like the dogs off Little John better than I like the dogs off Big John, Vance. I had quite a few dogs off Little John. And quite a few of them off Big John. And I seen the ones off Big John. I like the ones off Little John myself better. Directly off Little John. I like them better myself. I felt like they was more action-packed dogs. They was more faster dogs. You know, more energetic acting dogs to me, in my opinion. You know, I haven't had no damn thousands of them to say, you know, as many as Walkamo had, and they'll probably tell you something better. But me myself, I like the Little John dogs directly off Little John better. I don't know how when going hard, them say they didn't get nothing. You know, sometimes, like Street Rossi say, sometimes you hit and you miss. Going hard, them say they didn't get nothing good off that litter off Little John. You know, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. The ones that I got, they were straight. Now I lost to a son of Little John, which was Split Ears. Big buckskin, blonde red nose. My first one that I ever got from them boys was off Champion Red John. They ain't even got his pedigree up this motherfucker. Oh yeah, hopefully that's it right there. Yep, that's it. That's the first one I got from him right there. Off of this dog right here, bred back to CP. CP's son bred back to CP. Mine was all Red John and CP. Let me see this Miss Seattle dog. See what she coming off. That's Dolly. See, mine came off Red John and CP. Now this was in the 90s when I bought this dog here. Not this particular dog. I had one off this dog. And like I told you, CP stand for Claude Puckett. Baltimore's CP. Claude Puckett. Puckett's Dixie Belle. Mr. Claude that I told you that I was cool with him. From Mr. Claude from the damn Chitlin circuit. Chitlin circuit, David Tant, and all the other brothers from back in the days were part of the Chitlin circuit. Mr. Chavers, Fat Bill was part of the Chitlin circuit. We had my partner had another dog off Little John. I had one off Little John named Split Tongue. Little brown dog. He probably was about maybe 40, light 40s, 44, 40, 45, somewhere around that area. We wasn't no bigger than 45 though. But you talk about fast, boy, you pull a flirt pole out. Shit, that motherfucker would work hard, boy. Called him Split Tongue because he had a split down his tongue, made his tongue look like a snake tongue. His ears stood up on his head. He was brown with a black mask, and his ears stood up on his head. He was a bad motherfucker, boy. Only thing about him that was bad about him, he liked to bite the damn chain all the time. Had another one off Little John and I want to say Dixie. Big, tall, long, winky ass dog. He ended up being pretty good. Had one off of I already told you we had one off Burns Tom Jack. Let me see who else. Had the little mate the dang on when you look at Nitty's Johnny Red, look at Johnny Red dog that where he started his yard with all the Big John shit. Had a little mate to this dog. That's all Big John and Miss Kitty. But his on was on fire. The one we had wasn't shit. He was alright, but he was more of a stud dog, just a breeder. He had a fucked up back leg. Something was wrong with his back leg from a puppy. He go that dang on oh, that dog that got the Wonder Woman stuff in it. That's the STP buck. That dog there was a hard biting dog, boy. She'll put some holes in one. Going as hardwood. I bust this dog here ass with Sambo. Going as hardwood. Frisco on the bottom. What you call it had a dog. Now Garner, Carolina Game Dogs had this dog here. I bust his ass. This dog right here, hardwood. Uh uh uh. No split tongue. Split tongue wasn't hey Ken Lightning. I ain't sure if he had the bolio. I'm telling you why I don't think he had the bolio in him. Cause them boys, the only bolio breeding I know they made was with that Consuelo dog. Let me see if it pull up. Yeah, only bolio dog that I knew them boys had was with the Consuelo dog. The split tongue dog that I had was off Little John. I'm not gonna say it didn't have it in it because I don't remember what the bottom side was off of, but I remember the top side was Little John. And I got him after I had went into split ears. I was never big on that little Thunder dog. I ain't never had nothing off that little. I wasn't never big on them. Yeah, I used to hear people talking high on them and stuff like that, but I wasn't never big on that dog. Had a few of them off Cyclone, off Walkmore Cyclone. Had some off of Yellow John, Walkmore's Yellow John. Had some off of Yellow John Cyclone, Crazy Eyes. Pull up Gaskins boy. Yeah, I'll pull up Gaskins boy, Vance. Gaskins champion boy. Hold up. Give me a second, fellas. Gaskins boy. I got your Hollisworth Bodine. Got your Bodine dog. And Gaskins Miss Leakey. That's a buck red boy Jocko. Buck red boy Jocko. Anderson Tatanka in the back there. That Tatanka coming down off what? Your Tombstone Bolio stuff? Yeah, that's a old Tombstone Bolio dog. Red boy Jocko. I'm good. The McGregor fight ain't came on yet. I had to tune in and see some other little guys in that fight, and I had to see who was on there, make sure the boys wasn't. Gaston's boy. Yeah, this some of them dogs that I had a dog on for Gaston and stuff, but I don't remember what the papers was saying because my shit died kind of early. Well, mine was a red nose too, orange color red nose I had. Bitch probably died. She was probably about 6 months old. You had anything? Any of your brothers had anything off Gaston's boy down in the chat? Gaston Sugar. Yeah, there's some good bread stuff up here. That boy stuff. Hollingsworth Bodine. See, if you know dogs, you can look at this dog and tell this dog where he got dang on that buck stuff in him. Or bolio stuff rather. That's the Bodine dog. Tombstone Bolio. You can tell he a Tombstone Bolio dog. Wilson's Crash. Tombstone Bolio. Bolio daughter, red baby, bred to Tombstone. Get Wilson's Crash. Hey. You had some good dogs off of the boy dog, you said, Vance? Off the boy dog? Ah. Man, say that boy dog will bite your ears off in the box. Damn. Hey man, I appreciate y'all brothers rocking with me tonight. You know, we up in this joint for 3 hours so far. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all boys stay safe out there, stay legal out there. And any questions you got, you want me to talk about on the next show, just hit me up in my inbox or something, or drop down in the comments as well. You can drop your questions down in the comments, or I'll probably do a little video and you know, make a little post where you can drop your questions up under the post, man. But just hit me up in my inbox or something. If you got any questions you want me to talk about, any type of topics you want me to talk about on the next show, man. Appreciate y'all tonight. All my brothers down in the chat, everybody that's watching that wasn't in the chat, I appreciate you as well. It's your boy PBK9s on the PBC, and I'm out.